Good morning. I'm Axel Reitzig, the Executive Director of Innovation at the Innovation Center of the St. Vrain Valley Schools. Thank you for joining us today. I'm excited to share with you the story of how we are working to advance public education through the integration of social robotics. I hope you'll learn some new things and get some new ideas, as well as enjoy what you hear and perhaps even be inspired. St. Vrain Valley School District is based in Longmont, Colorado, about 45 minutes north of Denver, and is the 7th largest in Colorado with about 33,000 students. The Innovation Center is a unique program with a strong emphasis on workforce readiness, advanced technologies, and innovation. We have multiple divisions ranging from cybersecurity and aeronautics to entrepreneurship and, of course, robotics. St. Vrain's vision is to ensure that all students graduate with competitive advantage. This means that no matter what opportunities they choose to pursue, they will have an excellent chance at obtaining them. When it comes to workforce development, we know that we have to align our programs with the world outside of public education. We work hard at developing strategic relationships with industry partners such as Misty and Furhat. These allow us to keep our fingers on the pulse of industry, which in turn ensures we are developing our programming to be aligned with the needs and opportunities in our community. It also helps our partners know and understand our work better. In a highly advanced and competitive economy, experience with technology is essential, particularly with digital technologies. In order to provide our students with a strong foundation in digital literacy, St. Vrain established a learning technology plan over 10 years ago. This initiative, funded through an ongoing meal levy, enables us to equip every student and teacher from kindergarten through high school with iPads, as well as with other learning technologies. Additionally, we have invested in high-quality digital curriculum and provide ongoing professional development to train and support teachers. As a result, in 2019, the International Society of Technology and Education, ISTE, recognized St. Vrain with its District of Distinction Award. As you can see, St. Vrain Valley Schools is very intentional and thoughtful about how it integrates technology. While our learning technology plan provides all of our students with a strong foundation for learning with technology, we also strive to cultivate a mindset of innovating with technology. For example, robotics has been a big part of St. Vrain for the past 8 years and has served as a catalyst for much of this innovation. Our competitive robotics program has grown more than 1,000% over the past 6 years. This season, we had 170 competitive teams from elementary to high school, and we hosted 17 tournaments. Additionally, just in the past few weeks, we had 24 teams compete at the VEX World Championships and had 2 local teams from the Upper Creek Robotics program win 2 FIRST Robotics World Championships. In addition to supporting competitive robotics, one of our primary roles as an innovation center is to serve as a sandbox for the district. This means we are constantly exploring those next technological steps coming around the corner and assessing how these might fit into our system. Technologies like virtual reality, artificial intelligence, and cybersecurity are recent examples of explorations we've engaged in. We manage this process by utilizing Everett Rogers' principles of how innovations diffuse, with the Innovation Center serving as a district innovation hub. As we explore various next steps, we support and work with innovators and early adopters throughout the district. When the right criteria are met, we then work to scale a technology we feel will advance the entire district. We know something has gone fully mainstream when, like our iPads, it is found and used everywhere. And we have developed a variety of resources to help with this, like our Robotics by Design strategic plan and our innovative technology framework. I share this with you because I want to establish the context in which our work with Misty and Furhat is taking place. St. Vrain Valley Schools approaches its work very intentionally and systemically. We simply don't go down any particular technology rabbit hole because it's in vogue. We choose a technology because it advances our overall district vision. This is an important consideration for our work with social robots. The relevant question is there steak with that sizzle? We think so. Let me share our work around social robots with you. We have explored social robotics since 2014, working initially with SoftBank's Now robot. Through the wonderful support of Howard Feng, a graduate student from Dr. Mohammed Mahour's Social Robotics Lab at the University of Denver, we began learning and exploring how these robots could be used to develop interventions for students with autism spectrum disorder. We also began creating applications to use with students learning English as a second language and had some fun experiences, like co-hosting the first USA Now Challenge or programming the Now to perform the chicken dance at the National Western Stock Show. Several things were immediately clear to us. First, this field has a lot of potential. It's highly engaging and has a broad range of applications across multiple industries. Second, it's an emerging field with a lot of potential for growth. Third, it requires a lot of expertise, ranging from technical skills like coding to less technical ones such as design and psychology. This makes more demands on users, but also can pull in a more diverse team. In conclusion, we recognize that social robots had a lot of value to contribute towards our overall vision. If we had a magic wand, it would be a fantastic technology to use across our district. However, it was clear that scaling social robots would be a significant challenge. While the Now robot is an engaging, impactful, and dynamic tool, it is complex and out of reach for most public educators. So when Misty Robotics opened up in 2017, just a short distance away, we were excited. First, Misty's vision of having a robot in every business, home, and school really resonated with us. We had successfully brought iPads to every student and teacher in the district. Might we also be able to scale the use of social robots throughout St. Vrain in the same way? In other words, in 5 to 10 years, would people visiting any school be surprised not to see a Misty? Second, Misty's design was very appealing and one that was much likelier to be embraced by mainstream educators. And finally, knowing that Misty had emerged from Sphero, a longtime partner and an ed tech company that understood K-12 really well, we were confident that connecting and collaborating with them would bring great things. Multiple pieces had to come together in order to enable this work. First, we had received a district grant to support developing an AI hub for the district, which provided us with the resources to secure a fleet of Misties. Second, we found a ready and willing district partner in our special education team to collaborate with. This was particularly exciting and inspiring because it meant that a group of students and educators traditionally not associated with innovative practices and technologies would be taking the lead on developing some of the most innovative practices. In particular, our SPED team had visionary leadership through two people, Laura Hess, their executive director, and Mari Stevenson, a SPED coordinator. They became my partners in crime, so to speak. A third critical component of our initiative was our socially assistive robotics, or SAR group. One unique opportunity we offer our students is the chance to be hired onto specialized project teams, focused on developing solutions for authentic clients. In this case, SAR was creating programs for our special education teachers for use in their classrooms. Additionally, the SAR team would provide ongoing technical support for these teachers. SAR is led by two people, Chris Schmitz, one of our most experienced computer science and robotics teachers from Soaring Heights PK8, and Jake Roberts, a former student and founding member of our SAR group, as well as a current Innovation Center team member. Fourth, we needed to collaborate closely with our district technology services team. Innovative technologies often require intensive support in order to function well within a K-12 infrastructure. Additionally, our DTS colleagues have the expertise to interact with our Misty partners on all things such as network compatibility and access. Eric Pierce, our Senior Manager of Technical Support, and Greg Martin, our Senior Network Engineer, are valued members. A final additional piece to this puzzle came via a new partnership with PeerBots, a social robot software platform, and Fine Arts Miracles, a nonprofit serving students with disabilities. In particular, the PeerBot platform is very accessible to the average classroom teacher, a critical requirement for us to consider scaling our use of Misty. Working with both PeerBots and Fine Arts Miracles enabled us to envision and implement a pilot program for 5 of our district special education programs. We called this program Innovate to Elevate. Innovate to Elevate is actually a 4-year strategic plan through which we are exploring the question of how scalable social robots might be within a public K-12 education system. Now, mind you, we started during the COVID pandemic, so our 4-year goals were somewhat ambitious. Our initial vision was to integrate social robots, in this case Misty's, in all special education center-based classrooms, so that St. Vrain's special education students could reach a higher level of engagement, have access to advanced technology, and develop a broader generalization of social skills. In addition, we wanted students to increase self-regulation, self-determination, communication, and appropriate socialization across multiple settings. Our implementation plan for Innovate to Elevate encompassed the 4 stages of Rogers' diffusion of innovation model. Our first year, the 2020-2021 school year, was our innovation year that included the following objectives: provide professional development to center-based teams, including paras and other service providers, onboard new center-based special education programs, refine and share curriculum, and consistently integrate and support Misty's in all centers, and finally to train our student designers to effectively design applications and support teachers. You can read about our work during this pilot year in our case study found at this link. Right now, we are wrapping up our 2nd year in which we continued the focus on several of our center-based programs, but also added an exciting component featuring students with disabilities developing solutions for students with disabilities. One of the biggest concerns for our SPED leadership is the alarming statistics around employment for people with disabilities. A small percentage find employment after high school. This alienates them and prevents them from attaining a comprehensive sense of fulfillment and from participating fully in our society. If we can better prepare our special education students for the workforce, through, for example, by helping them improve their interview skills, then perhaps we can help make progress in this area. Better yet, why don't we employ our special education students as part of this work? And how about hiring them to create the actual solutions which we will use to support our students? This is what we have done, supported by Ryan Birch and our Student to Work Alliance Partnership, or SWAP program. Our team of SPED students have been hired to our SAR group and are creating custom programs based on existing best practices to help other special education students prepare to enter the workforce. While only in its initial phase, we feel this work will continue to expand to serve not only special education students, but all students at multiple grade levels. We feel we are only scratching the surface with our recent work, and that much more remains to be explored. There are so many more ways we can integrate social robots into our schools. We can bring them into our computer science and robotics classes. We can create comparable programs for our students learning English. Misty's can help counselors support students in a wide variety of ways, as it can librarians and classroom teachers. In addition, we can more robustly develop our student project team work to help expand the workforce that will be needed to support the use of social robots more broadly through our society. We can do this through our work at the Innovation Center, through developing internships with companies like Misty and Furhat, and through developing partnerships with universities. We currently are one of 2 K-12 partners working with CU Boulder's Institute of Cognitive Science on a $20 million National Science Foundation funded research project focused on developing an AI partner to support student collaboration. Imagine a classroom in which Misty's are helping student teams work more effectively together. Additionally, we are planning on collaborating with Dr. Tom Williams and his team at the Colorado School of Mines Mirror Lab on the ethical dimensions of human-robot interaction. We like to say that robotics is the gift that keeps on giving. It is an incredible field that truly has few limits and offers valuable opportunities to all of our students. Social robots is a key part of our comprehensive robotics program, which continues to grow and mature, but we cannot take this opportunity for granted. Thoughtful and intentional planning, which includes a clear and compelling vision, a viable plan, a committed team, and the right resources is key. In other words, robotic excellence by design. To learn more about our work, go to this URL, and please feel free to connect with us. We'd love to learn about your work and have your feedback. And thank you for your time.